Hello, 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 hello. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing today? Let me fix that sound real quick. Check, check. How's everybody doing today? This is Okala, back with some more Hearthstone. Today we are going to be playing my favorite deck, my favorite class, my favorite archetype, Demon Warlock. I think I've finally found a way to make this work. Years in the making. And here we are. So we're going to hop right into it. We are going to play casual. We're still making adjustments to the deck. I think that we're getting close enough to be able to take this into the ranked ladder, which we are currently ranked 7 in. Potentially could be a deck that is capable of climbing to 5. I don't know if we're legend material quite yet, but not only is this deck performing well, it's also a lot of fun to play. Okay, so as I play the deck more, I kind of learn what's important to open with. Plot Twist is one of those cards that I'm still trying to figure out, is it worth keeping or is it something that I want to draw into potentially a little later? And I think that it is a card that we want to see a little bit later. Even though the deck is kind of built around Plot Twist and interactions with Plot Twist, I think that a little more needs to happen before we commit to keeping this card. More importantly than Plot Twist in the early games is going to be like Dark Peddler or Demonfire. So we're gonna kick the Plot Twist and look for a potentially earlier turn 2 card, which we don't get yet, but we still have one more draw. We do have a strong turn 1, which curves very nicely into our potential Demonfire or even Dark Peddler. All right, so we're playing Battlecry Shaman. Beautiful. And there's the Dark Peddler. And the cool thing about this Warlock deck is that our hero power is strong enough in this particular deck to make up for a lack of a turn 2. So if we don't draw anything on turn 2, we're actually still happy with drawing a card with our hero power. So rarely do we ever miss turn 2. I would say never. We always have a turn 2 play. That feels good. All right, so do we want a 1-drop spell, destroy all your minions, and for each one, destroy a random enemy minion? Or Battlecry, summon a random 1-cost minion for your opponent? I don't know, actually. I'm going to keep Plague of Flames just because I've never really played with it before. And if we're playing against... Most Shamans are like very creature heavy, pretty aggressive decks. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Okay. Definitely liking the Imp Gang Boss. Nice curve into turn 3. Nice trade Dark Peddler into the Sandstorm Elemental. Feeling good, feeling good. And I believe our opponent is overloaded. So turn 2, he's going to only have 2 mana. Okay, Forced. Oh, perfect. Forced. Yeah, that was out of everything that he could have summoned. Out of his 4 totem options, Searing Totem is the best because it allows us to trade our Imp Gang Boss into the totem and generate 1 creature. Just like that. Okay. And brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So we have a turn 4 curve. This is playing nicely. So we have our Portal Keeper, which is another interaction with the Plot Twist, which we also drew into. So this is feeling really good. So Portal Keeper, Battlecry, shuffle 3 portals into your deck. When drawn, summon a 2/2 demon with Rush. And I'll explain what Rush is if we have the opportunity to see this card in action. Now, a 4-drop 5/2 is not good. It doesn't give us too much momentum, or should I say like tempo, but it does, in this particular deck, make up for the lack of stats in the value that it gives us in the middle, in the mid game, or a couple turns down the road. You'll see when we go plot twist. If we go plot twist, right now our curve is has been solid, and we also have the Sea Giant. So actually, here's what I want to do. I want to generate another Imp from Imp Gang Boss, all while clearing up one of their 2-drops. And we have to get rid of these creatures because our opponent is going to be running a card most likely called Evolve, which is going to turn all of these 2/2s into creatures that cost 6 mana or more. So these have to go away. And before they do, I want to play the Sea Giant. Costs 1 less for each other minion on the battlefield. Actually, no. As much as I want to play that Sea Giant, I need to play the Despicable Dreadlord. So we're actually going to do an even curve into 5. We're going to miss the value on the Sea Giant, but we're going to make up for it in the trade value that we're going to get on the battlefield. So we're going to deal 1 damage to each of his minions. We're going to get 5 damage through, and also, and then we're going to pass. And so at the end of the turn, Despicable Dreadlord is going to deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. So that allows us to save the Portal Keeper, which otherwise, if we played the Sea Giant, our opponent, we would have had to use the Portal Keeper to clean up one of our opponent's minions. So I think that actually we missed that prime value on the Sea Giant, but I think we made up for it in the Despicable Dreadlord value. Our board's looking really good. We definitely have our opponent on the back foot. The Quest Shaman being like a very tempo heavy deck. Right now we are out tempoing our opponent. So, man, and like normally I want to use the plot twist, but our curve is just looking so good. So good. I really kind of want to drop that Sea Giant. Okay. I think I'm going to trade the Portal Keeper into the big old whelp. I'm actually really happy with that trade. And then this is going to be the turn to get the Sea Giant down. Otherwise, we potentially may not get this opportunity again. So yeah, we'll go Sea Giant. We're really happy to trade this Portal Keeper. So normally you don't expect Portal Keeper to get any damage through because of his low health, his 2 health. But he's already done everything that we need him to do. He's put 3 portals into our deck, which when we draw will summon a 2/2 Felhelm with Rush. We'll talk about that as soon as we see one of those guys pop out. He got 5 damage into our opponent's face, and then also we just picked up a good trade. So definitely more value than you ever expect to see out of that card. So yeah, we're feeling pretty good. And then our opponent goes for the Dirty Rat and ends up actually pulling out a pretty valuable card for us. We do see the Hex come down though on the Sea Giant. Okay, so here's a cool interaction. Actually, I want to show you guys something. Let's Hero Power. I'm going to the Soularium. Draw 3 cards. At the end of your turn, we're going to discard them. So 1 mana will generate us 3 cards. And there's that interaction with that Aranasi Broodmother. When you draw this, restore 4 health to your hero. To your hero. And then I'm going to plot twist. Then shuffling all of those cards that we just drew back into our deck. Now let's see if we draw into anything that can help us clean this up a little nicer. Nothing, but we do have our rush minion. So I need to move a little quick. Alright, so that 2/2 rush minion that we were talking about, it has the ability to attack a minion. Not our opponent, but a minion the turn that it comes in. So we just saw that. So immediately the Fellhound comes in, is able to do 2 damage to our opponent's creature, helping us trade much more favorably than we otherwise would have. And just like that, look at this board state. All of that value generated from our Portal Keeper is now coming into effect through interaction with Plot Twist. And we're back up to 30 health, even after all of our card draws. So we see the devolve come down. We honestly have so much pressure on the board right now that not too big of a deal. But with the Hagath's scheme, our opponent's able to actually deal with our board pretty nicely. Copy all dragons in your hand. Okay. All right. So we always need to check for lethal, which we do have, before we start getting ahead of ourselves. So we have double power overwhelming. 1 mana, give a friendly minion +4/+4 until the end of turn, and then our minion dies. Yeah, that is a very powerful card. So you're gonna see how much damage this deck can push out for relatively low mana. So +4/+4. +4/+4 for 1 mana. +4/+4 for 1 mana again. And then we have cards like Doomguard, which, I mean, yeah. We had lethal like 2 times over. Yeah, and that is Demonology 101. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Hope y'all learned something. And we'll see y'all next time.